Hello everyone, my name is Jay, and today I am doing a video on the introduction of the Selene calendar, which is very, very exciting. I have been working on new calendar systems for almost a decade now. In the last 5 years, I've created in the last decade, I've probably created 5 different new calendar systems or more, but this one is the most scientific of all calendar systems in existence, which I'll explain more soon. But first, why create a new calendar system? So my background in the work that I do is sustainability. How do we create harmony with the planet and the society, and create a new system that can actually allow us to work with the Earth and work with our compadres around the world. So in that context, the new time movement across the world, there are many different groups that are working on a proposal that basically is summed up in, if the Gregorian calendar is completely unsynchronized with the current natural cycles of the world, if we simply apply a new synchronized global calendar and time system, then we will in many ways just automatically start synchronizing with the natural cycles because it'll be ingrained into our conscious time frame organization. So that's basically the general premise of a natural-based calendar system. So with that, let's go into the new Selene calendar, which I'm very excited to introduce. Basically, the Selene calendar is done in half years. So we have the new calendars that we are launching now, and basically the way that it is the most scientific calendar in existence is that we actually synchronize the sun, the moon, and the earth in a lunar solar calendar. So we have the seasons as well as the half years, and it's synchronized specifically on the solstices. And to simplify it as best as possible, Einstein's theory of general relativity basically created the scientific framework and understanding of space-time instead of just time as totally separate, arbitrary from space. And so in Einstein's theories of how the universe functions is that we actually exist on a plane of space-time, of completely intertangled space-time, where all space is interconnected with time and all time is interconnected with space, and actual time ripples through and it bends the time with the space. So it's spatial temporal bending that actually creates our reality around us. So with that said, the easiest way to explain how we apply that to our calendar is that every single year, every single month, every single day, minute, second, hours, all actually aligned with a specific physical space with the Earth alignment. So that's really what it comes down to in terms of being a spatial time lunisolar calendar. So without further ado, the Selene Lunar half year is going to be the 15th east degree, right? And we have a beautiful calendar here for you. So the calendar, of course, has 29 days. So there's 28 days, mainly with 4 normal weeks. So it's very simple in the context that it looks a lot like our current Gregorian calendar. It simply just has one extra day at a time, or the 29th day of the month, since the lunar cycle has 29 days. The first day of the month is always the new moon. The first day of the second week is always a quarter moon, right? The first day of the third week is always the full moon, and the first day of the fourth week is always a quarter moon as well. So you can see that the calendar itself is very similar to our current calendar system. There are a lot of wonderful reasons why this calendar system is so helpful. One of the main reasons is that, and the main reason why I created this in the first place is that it actually synchronizes globally, right? And also locally, because you can just look up in the sky and see the moon, and that tells you exactly what, not only the date, tells you the time, and even the relationship to the sun and the moon and everything. So in that context, it helps in a local level because you can actually tell time with the moon simply. In addition to that, it helps on a global level because it synchronizes globally across the entire world. With the Gregorian calendar, is literally over 30 different separate time zones. So with the Selene calendar, we have a single individual time zone for the entire planet. Every single day is a single day across the planet which makes it way simpler to organize and coordinate temporally across the planet using, whether you're doing it on Facebook or email or just global business or communications and community organizing meetings. So that is the primary reason why we need a natural-based calendar that we can work with on a global scale. And this calendar synchronizes perfectly with the Islamic calendar, with the Jewish calendar, as well as with the Chinese calendar, because it's another lunar solar calendar. But it also aligns with the scientific systems of the Earth and the Moon and the Sun. So I think that's pretty much the main reasons why we created it, is really just so we can organize globally with our movements organizing. So our network is the Unity Network, and this is part of our fundraising goals. And so our goal is to sell the selling calendars to help fundraise, and it will also, especially if you get the more premium versions, it'll have all of our different dates and different natural cycles, including the planetary cycles within the selling calendar. So without further ado, let me go through our different options here. There is the mini black and white version. This one's only about $5, and as people purchase more of them, the price will come down. And as with our fundraising, we actually do distributed fundraising. So with each purchase, you actually get to vote and send money towards one of the many different programs and projects we're doing, including the People's Movement and the Burning Movement and the Time Movement, as well as our entrepreneurial organizing movements, and just uniting all peoples and social movements of the world for a transformative society. We really want to get the big money out of government. We want to rethink our economic systems across the world to be more distributive and more collaborative on all levels. So we need resources to build these new systems that can help stabilize and synchronize our planet together. So this is the small one. It is $5, and again, a lot of the funds go to our organizing and for the movements. So here's the little mini one. From there we have the basic one. It's a little bit bigger, right? So these ones go for black and white are about $8. We also have the mini ones in color, right? And there's obviously more expensive, and then there's the basic ones that are in color as well. So you can get those at rough, between $10 and $20. From there we get the standard version. The standard versions are always in color, and they flip nicely. And there's also a semi-color versions that you can get. They're a little less expensive than the full color versions, which are nice as well. So overall, there's 10 different versions. The semi-color ones start about, for the standard, start about $30, $35, and then it goes up from there for the full color, as well as the premium version. So you can see the premium version is a lot bigger. It's 11 by 11 instead of just the 8.5 by 11. So the premium version is the nicest because it is the biggest, but it's also the most expensive. So you can get that in both the semi-color version. So a semi-color version, basically half the pages are black and white and half are color. And the full color version, they're all color. But that makes it more expensive. So anyways, our goal is to get this out to the world so people can synchronize the lunar calendar. We know that a lot of these days our systems are digital. So we actually have the selling calendar completely digitalized as well. And you can sync it directly with the subscription into your Google Calendar or your iCal for people who use Mac. And so that works really well for our systems. We do, it starts at $1 per month for just like a basic subscription for the digital version. And if you want to get towards some of the premium versions, it goes up to $3 and more for more of the premium subscriptions to get lots more details on a daily basis for what's going on with the selling calendar. So I think that's pretty much everything that I have to state here. Again, with our crowd fundraising, the funds go into a pool that is then distributed throughout a multitude of organizations. We have nonprofit organizations that we're fundraising for. We have entire movements that we're fundraising for. And so, the more we can raise, the better for building these movements to help the world synchronize and get more stable, because there are a lot of global crises that we can do. And of course, with every purchase, you personally get a vote in where the funds go, and you get to send some of the funds to the program of your choice as well. So everyone gets a little bit that they can personally distribute, and also we collectively distribute with our group fundraising and community equity. So and join in, get involved, learn the new Selene calendar. It's really, really fun and exciting. It's easy to follow because you can literally look up at the sky and see the moon and know what the date is, right? So I think that's pretty much it. You can check out more information at our website. It's www.selene.wc.tc. Oh, and I almost forgot. The reason we use the name Selene is that is the name of the moon, right? So there are literally millions of moons in the universe, but there's literally only one single Selene, and that's our moon, right? And so that's why it's called the Selene calendar, is because that is our moon for the Earth. All right. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for helping our cause.